The nurse at the front desk looked up at me. "Can I help you, sir?" she asked. I looked around at the big, clean hospital. The doctors in their white coats. The families holding hands. I was 40 years old. I was the man who owned this hospital, and 2 others just like it. But I was also the boy who was left here on the front steps, just a few hours old, with nothing but a blanket and a note. They told me my mother never came back. They told me she didn't want me. What they didn't know was that I wasn't here tonight as the owner. I was here as a son. And I was about to meet the one person who could finally tell me why. Before we start, don't forget to like this video, comment where you're watching from, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story like this. So, it started from here. My name is Jacob. I do not have a real last name. The nurses at the hospital gave me one. I grew up in foster care. I lived in 7 different houses. Some were kind. Some were not. My first foster mother, a woman named Mrs. Miller, was the best. She told me I was smart and that I could be anything I wanted to be. I was alone. I had no brothers or sisters. I had no history. I promised myself I would build my own. I was good at science. I worked hard in school. A kind teacher, named Mr. Davis, helped me get a scholarship to college. I studied business. I was very good with money. I started a small company that made medical supplies. It grew and grew. I bought other companies. And then, last year, I bought the group of 3 city hospitals, including the one where I was left as a baby. My best friend, a man named Ben, thought it was my way of getting revenge. But it wasn't about revenge. It was about answers. As the new owner, I had access to all the old records. I gave my date of birth to the head of hospital archives, a woman named Ms. Chen. I asked her to find the records for a baby boy left on the front steps that night. She found them. There was not much. A note from a nurse named Helen. It said the baby was healthy. There was also the note that was left with me. It was in a sealed plastic bag. I had never seen it before. I opened it. My hands were shaking. It had just 4 words. His name is Samuel. My name was not Jacob. It was Samuel. And my mother had given me a name. This changed everything. It was a clue. I hired a private investigator. A smart man named Frank Carter. I did not ask him to find my mother. I asked him to do something different. I asked him to find out about every baby named Samuel born in that hospital in the same week as me. There were 3. The first 2 had happy families. The third one was different. The record said that the baby, named Samuel, had died just a few hours after he was born. The mother's name was listed as Maria. The father was a man named Richard. My heart was pounding. Frank did more digging. He found out what happened to the mother, Maria. She had a breakdown after her baby died. She spent time in a mental health facility. She never recovered from the loss. She did not abandon her baby. She believed her baby was dead. I looked at the name of the doctor who signed the death certificate. His name was Dr. Peterson. I knew that name. He was still working. He was the head of the children's ward at my hospital. My next meeting was not with the investigator. It was with him. We sat in my big, new office. Dr. Peterson was nervous. He did not know why the new owner wanted to see him. I did not yell. I just put the two files on the table in front of him. My file, the abandoned baby named Jacob. And the other file, the dead baby named Samuel. I have a question, doctor, I said quietly. How can the same baby be in two different files? Peterson's face went white. He started to tremble. He confessed everything. The other baby's father, Richard, was a very powerful man in the city. He did not want a sick child. The real Samuel was born with a serious heart problem. So Richard paid Dr. Peterson a lot of money. He paid him to switch the babies. To give me, the healthy abandoned baby, to the real Samuel's grieving mother, and to fake my death certificate. But something went wrong. Maria's family friend, a nurse named Susan, saw the healthy baby and suspected something. She took me from the nursery and left me on the front steps to protect me, leaving the note with my real name. The plan got messy, and Richard took his sick child and simply disappeared. The doctor thought he had gotten away with it for 40 years. I did not fire him. I did not call the police. I looked at this old, scared man. And I told him what he was going to do. He was going to help me find her. It took a week. He found her. Maria was living in a quiet care home on the other side of the state. She was old now. She had never married again. She lived a simple, sad life, always mourning the son she thought she lost. I went to the care home. A nurse, named Linda, took me to her room. Maria was sitting by a window, looking out at a garden. I walked in. I did not say I was a hospital owner. I did not say I was rich. I just stood there. My name is Samuel, I said. She turned around. She looked at my face, and her eyes, for the first time in 40 years, filled not with sadness, but with a light I had never seen before. I did not need revenge on the doctor, or the father who was a ghost. I had spent my life building hospitals. But on that day, I finally got to do what I always wanted. I got to heal my mother's broken heart. That's it for today's story. What would you have done if you were in his place? Is offering healing a more powerful end to a story than any form of revenge? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if this story feels familiar, if you have a story of betrayal that needs to be told, we want to hear it. There is a link in the description where you can submit your story to us. Thank you for listening to the Voice of Betrayal. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a story.